Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Black Bull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Black Bull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. Get either the Essential Plus or Premium plans absolutely free. All you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Black Bull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Our sponsor Blue Guardian is the only prop firm that gives their traders a tool to protect them from hitting their max daily loss and over trading. It's super simple to use. Just set the Guardian Protector each day from your dashboard. Did you also know that they've just released an unlimited time evaluation with a 0 trading days requirement, giving you plenty of time to hit their low 8 and 4% targets, making it super fast to get funded. Plus, it's cheaper than the 40-day time limit evaluation. Check out the link and coupon in the description to get 10% off your next Blue Guardian evaluation.
All right, good morning. Okay, so we briefly just covered what we're looking for. Yesterday, selling off, leaving all this liquidity. All this liquidity. So we did still make a daily higher high. You're gonna have to watch price for like to a London open in 20 minutes, but we did make a higher high, breaking the daily high, and the low. At the moment, we haven't broken the low, so we have opened in the Asian session, and we've pushed down. We've swept Asian liquidity. And now we're taking Asian high. We've got New York areas where sellers jumped in. So we've just taken liquidity now in this little 5-minute candle from this little swing high. So if we are pulling back and closing above it, then you've still got another like 20 odd pips. So it could go with a momentum trade here. Price leaving a wick, having a pullback, closing higher than this guy. Then we start getting into New York high would become a target. And I really think this is a good area we could trade to. I did have a long yesterday in, so I had 2 areas. One I pointed out a little prematurely in the Discord. It still worked out. It worked out all right, but it wasn't the area because I had 2 alerts. I had an alert at 116 right here. I had an alert here that I pointed out in the Discord when it hit, and I said I really, really like this area. And then because I was out, so I was out, and I was like, that's it. We're going up now, and I'm going to target this area. And it's going to be like a nice little 50-pip move. Jesbo, Ty, how you doing? And then price was stalling in this area. So, had my trades already running, and we're here for ages. And I always look at the charts. Always check out the charts. Again, I have like a proper look after NYSE, so 2:30 my time, UK time, which fell in here somewhere. This was 2:30 when the level got hit. Price pushed down, and then once you've got a high and you've got a low, and price like pushed up and from this area, had a proper look to see where the liquidity was, because after NYC opens, does this little thing, often you'll see like nice little reactions from the pre like the pre-NYSE period when 8 a.m. UK US time to 9:30 US time. This also provides a couple of data points. It was only then when I had a look and looked over here to the left on my phone. I'm like, oh, wait a second, this is not the zone I was thinking of. The zone I was thinking I was really confident was this lower one. This one here I really like because it's these shapes candles. I really like when you see a blast. So you see like a real acceleration, and then you see price just go sideways for a little bit like this, and then you see another like acceleration. To me, I know that this then, because it doesn't show up on a higher time frame, but these candles, these provide liquidity. And often you will get a little bounce from these areas when price comes down to it and takes it. You get a bounce, you get a reaction, and that reaction is tradable, very tradable. It looks like this. So you see like heavy acceleration, heavy moves, and then it just slows, but the momentum's still there, but it's accumulating a little bit, and then it goes again. So if you look at the 30-minute candle, look at a 30-minute candle, and it just looks like this. So it's just one big clean candle. So you don't see the little detail. You've got a big tall wick here, which I think that also helps the case, and probably reacted from that a lot as well. But seeing something on the lower time frame inside of this candle, this little pause, I know underneath this wick, there's usually a good reaction. So that's where the first alert was. That's the one that when it went off over here, I said I really like that level. But it was upon closer inspection, I was like, oh, okay, I like the level, but it's not the level I was actually thinking of. The level I was thinking of was if you look at the higher time frames, it was the previous session highs over here. I'll show you on the hour actually. So all of these session highs. So you've got Asian high, you've got a London high, you've got the New York high, you've got another Asian high, you've got another London high. So I like this whole zone in here because I think that's quite interesting. We tapped into it too late last night. So it was a bit disappointing that it tapped in super, super late because I was kind of looking forward to this level being hit. My alert's just a little bit underneath it as well. So my alert's just over here. So I'm not sure if we've got the low in of the day. Yesterday, the high of the day was indeed the pre-London. So like your Asian close, pre-London area. And today I wonder if this is going to be the low of the day. Kind of hope not, because it's already done a move and I missed it. But if it is, then I'm hoping my momentum trade here that I'm going to take, if it does it, will come into the goods. So at the moment, we've got a top wick. I'm pretty bullish overall. I'm just cautious that there is going to be a little bit of a down move. But if we are pushing above here, then I think we've got another like a bunch of pips we can collect up to the New York high, so onto this red zone. So that could be like just a little scalp. Suleiman telling me to analyze gold. How about you analyze gold? And you can put a chart in here. I'll analyze gold when I get to it. Okay. Looks like we're missing data. Oh, no, we're not. Just gapped. You guys got that gap as well? Okay, cool. So it's not me. Death Steps, good morning. Afternoon. Oh, Ivan, that's what you're talking about, the big gap. Yeah. Okay, so Japanese news, employment super stable. Oh, wait, unemployment I'm sure I misread that. I'm sure it said I thought forecast was 2.6 and actual came in 2.6. Yeah, and you had the gap as well. Yeah, cool. I was wondering if it was just me. Yeah, Adelaide, the retail news, earnings news. You're talking about the retail sales for Germany. Yeah, it's not very high impact by the looks of it. Yellow folder. But that would be positive for German stocks, if anything. Yeah. All right. Gold. How many people just come on and just tell you what to do? Everything in due course. So gold is currently not the focus. So we've got this week. This week is very big. Last week was very big in earnings, and this week we've got some really good earnings as well. Data to come out tonight and on Thursday. So gold has been very bullish over the last 6 months. We've topped out at the moment for now at these highs. We've had a lot of fear, uncertainty with Israel, Iran escalations. That's kind of pulled back a little bit. So that's not helping gold bull case. We're starting to broker some peace talks, Hamas and Israel in Egypt. At the moment, if you even just look at where people are focused right now, doesn't mean things can change, but where people are focused is very, very much like the equity markets. Equity markets or yen, you've got heaps of stuff talking about Wall Street, Asian stocks. There's no FUD here. This is more agreed kind of based information. So gold, finding the driver to keep on propelling is finding it pretty difficult. But you've got a lot of fundamentals that are supporting gold, with central banks buying up gold and gold just being a good store of value. If US dollar can significantly weaken and you get some more fear, uncertainty, or doubt creep back in the market, then the bullish case will continue. Without that, and just everything being centralized around equities for now, plus you've got interest rates in the US on Wednesday, and NFP on Friday, I find it difficult to think that gold's going to break out of this range that we've been consolidated in. I think it's going to oscillate between these two little zones. If we can get a firm break above 2350, then we can start pushing up into the next zone. But we need some sort of catalyst, and I just don't see it on the horizon in the next few days. So I think gold is going to stay in more rangy conditions, kind of just going between, this is still a good area you can trade. This is still like a 250 pip range. So there's definitely opportunities within the day. I'm just not looking at trading this in London session, because London session for gold, typically, we do get some good ones, but typically it's not very good in London. It's usually a little bit choppy, you get a little nice little move here, but then it just kind of died and just consolidated. Same on the Friday. Thursday last week. You got a little nice little move, and it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. Sometimes that could be a good area for some people to trade inside. But I wouldn't be, expecting breakouts or anything. It's very, very much up and down, up and down, up and down. Whatever trade you take in London session, it's unlikely you can hold through New York, because New York usually will do like a sweep both sides. So it's pretty hard to, you've got to take your profits inside of London or risk it coming back to your entry multiple times. This is the last time that price really started to trend, and that was on the back of we had that tensions over the weekend of Iran their retaliation of Israel, and then when there was a real de-escalation force, we saw gold trend back down, and then ever since then we've just been ranging inside of this, like above 2300, underneath 2340. Now we've got a little bit of support around 2320, so we'll see if this can hold. If that breaks, then maybe we can go down, to the New York low. So there's plenty of big ranges here, 50, 60 pip ranges you can easily target. But it's really much up and down affair. Yeah, Dad. As I saw peace talks going on. So if you could be in a really good trade going long, and if they say they're going to accept a peace deal, gold's going to suffer. If you're in for a sell and there is no, and that they reject that peace talk, then you might see gold push again. So I just don't like how we're waiting for basically the messenger to come back and say, do they accept or not? And that's what I don't particularly like. So because there's no timeline, I want to know when that guy's on his horse going to deliver his message. So I got to focus on other assets for London today. That'll be German. Okay. Didn't close above here yet. But there's a good small little range we could be targeting. I'm tempted. I'm not going to do this. I don't want people to like follow, but I'm tempted for London. There's too much risk for this. This is why I don't want to take it. But I'm tempted to be in the trade to see if London does push. And that's, I'm doing this just because it's a bit of a gamble and it's exciting. But we could have the high of the day, not the high of the day, high of the session for now here. And seeing these clean candles is what's stopping me from doing it. But I wouldn't mind being in a long to go look for 30 pips. But I'm very mindful London can easily sweep from underneath here. So if London swept and then started pushing up, then going above here, then I'd take it. That would be the smart, patient thing for me to do. But there's a little bit of FOMO that I'm just going to miss that push up. But it's too much, especially not going to feel guilty about giving the guys a signal and it not working out. So I'm not even going to attempt it myself. Yeah, I'm very much so looking forward to Amazon coming out. And I could literally just wait for Amazon to come out. And plus we've got the FOMC tomorrow as well. So I'm not expecting there's not going to be a single asset manager that would be just having full confidence on what Powell's going to say. So I can imagine the moves. There will be some good moves today, just the normal intraday volatility. But I don't think there's going to be like wild moves. So I'll be taking profits when I can, just continuing to chip away and turning this week into create a really nice, healthy start to the week. not trying to hit any home runs early Monday, Tuesday. Alan, good morning. Arnes, good morning. Not the best conditions to trade. Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty, so that's for sure. Johnny, how are you, mate? Oh, cool. No more overtime. All right, we'll book in. We'll have a chat soon. China's been posting some pretty positive returns lately as well. That does help the German stock market. So I really want to see price be leaving this area to go up. Getting in now, though, I'm at the mercy of what London does. But man, it's tempting. Hey, Heath. We'll just fire up the engine anyway, just in case. Okay, London open upon us. 10 seconds. Look at the current day. German forward looks like a swift Asian low, then broke the high. Tempted to look for the retest long. Yeah, me too. I'm really tempted. I've got two accounts. I've got prop accounts. I've got large personal account, and I've got my Thrasher account. I'll be on the Thrasher account for this morning. All right, push. Let's go. Oh, we're testing the high. So leaving that high again, I think would be a good move. Not entering here, of course. Leaving that high would be a good move. The first test is dangerous as hell to take. Because this is what I was concerned about. London actually just grabbing liquidity and pushing down. All right. So once the retest is over, if we do manage to push back up, and breaking above 18,150, I think we'd be in for a decent little move for another like 20 odd pips. Gap at 18,109.1 left right. Yeah, that's for sure. These clean candles make me really uneasy. So I'm only interested in longs leaving this high. So the trade would look something like this for now. Above here. But this is too much of a drop now. That's really disappointing. Yeah. Anyway, now it means it's got to wait longer. Yeah, a bit of a bummer this Euro session. It's quite a big one. You look at these other ones. Even this one was a decent size, but normally we get like fairly small little pre-London Euro sessions. But having Euro take Asian low and Asian high is annoying. Anyway, this will be my idea for now. And this is what I was saying, like this 4-hour zone, taking breakouts above the 4-hour zone, like first, second one. So pretty tough. But leaving here again, I think we can start to push up into this wick. Now, if this candle actually closed like this, red, bearish, then I think you could probably actually go with the momentum to the downside. Only if this one closed bearish, then I think we'd do a wick fill to the down. Seems to be rejecting off of the EMA on the 5-minute. Okay. Looking for retest of the FVG. Oh, there's the wick fill. Looks like we've got plenty more downside. I mean, if it does come down and we form a bit of a support, and I'm more confident that I'm back on the trajectory, I can decide to go in earlier, but only if it's I need to wait for price action. I'm not really looking for sells. I'm looking for buys. So I'm happy to miss any sort of sells that are going on here. Bristly, where's this gap? Is it this one? This little gap? Is that what you're saying? Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay. Now, what's London's plan? I guess it's a decent pullback. So now I could be tempted to get in lower because there's plenty of room now to retest this high. So I need to wait for price to give me like a little liquidity candle. So if this 4-minute candle pretty much closed like it is now, still got another 2.5 minutes, but if it closed like this, I would yeah, sure, give it a go. But I need to wait for it to close, so there's plenty of time. One minute. Yeah, that's the same one. All right. So if I get price action, I'll be tempted to take a shot at this. In this little area. If we get like a nice 4-hour liquidity wick. If we don't, then I'm not looking for buys until we get to like here. Oh yeah, nice. Gone too low, I think. Oh, these would be my buy areas. But it's not going to close bullish, so still nothing. I mean, if this 1 minute candle push bullish, then the 5 minutes going to be closing with a nice long wick. So if this 1 minute candle pushes back above here, I'll take a shot. So with the 5 minute closed, Oh yeah, nice one. Hey Jim, looking for 3-minute HCS. Yeah, it's still nothing yet. 5 minutes still closing, making lower highs, lower lows. Nothing on the 3-minute. Nothing on the 4-minute. Retesting the 20, moving over on the 4 hour, are we? No, breaking the lows. Yeah, man. Okay, there's nothing happening. So the only way for me to like even consider getting for buys in this area, I'd need to see price starting to like creating bullish structure back above this black line. So yeah, or like the 5-minute breaking this low and then now closing back higher, and then this 5-minute being an engulfing candle, but that's another like a few more minutes got to wait. If you're in sells already, then you're laughing. But yeah, if you're looking for buys only, and there's nothing here yet. Gonna give it a go. To go long from that new 15. Oh yeah, new 15-minute. If this one anticipation that this could be the HCS on the 15-minute would be nice. If that closes bullish, you'd expect a resistance to break. 5-minute. Oh, come on, bad boy. Close bullish. 4-minute. Oh, it's going to close at the same time. 3-minute. Oh, here we go. Come on, close bullish. Oh. You had penny long around the 61.8 fib on these, like these ones. Can you draw down? Yeah. Yeah, nothing to do yet for me. 2 candle negation on 1 minute. If it closes above your end. So above here. It's looking like it's still got plenty of momentum to the downside, doesn't it, at the moment? Gold's falling. Equities are falling. Pound's falling. So pound going down, we can see UK 100 actually benefiting from this. Pound going down, UK 100 going up. So maybe that's the play. No, it's not volatile enough. Yeah, I think it's too far gone for me to look at this little zone. It's not a buy zone anymore because there's no price action for me to get a buy. Now this is starting to look like the reverse of yesterday. Also not yesterday, but like good move down and then this little drift lower. If we get another acceleration, then this becomes liquidity. And if we can snap up into it, if we can snap up into it, who knows when that goes, but you mark this on your charts, you can get like a little reaction from it, but then closing above here, then it's upside. But this, I don't like the way it's doing, the way it's drawing these candles. It just looks like it's just keep on going lower and lower and lower. So the next area of interest, I'm going to watch a price action, is this area down here, which lines up pretty nicely with these previous session highs. Hopefully the 4-hour candle at that stage is not closing around that time, because that 4-hour candle will be looking scary then, because that's a liquidity candle. Yeah, this little buy zone is dead in the water. All right. Taking euro low. Sure, actually, this could be liquidity. Liquidity candle to the left of it as well. So any 5-minute candle that's looking like that's closing bullish with a lower wick, as long as it's not the last 5 minutes of the 30-minute candle. So if it's, as long as it's this candle, if it's the next candle that forms bullish with a lower wick, then you can't enter, because the 30 minutes candle would be looking super bearish, and then you'd be trading against this candle. You don't want to do that. So if you had the sell bias initially and you're in it, very good. If you only turn into a sell bias now because of what price action's done, you've missed the trade. So it's better to sit and wait for the next opportunity. then this is way too far away now. So I don't want to have price go all the way up here and then enter a trade for 16 pips. So I'll put an alert here now, but I'm not interested in buying above this zone if it has to pull all the way back up, because then you'd be wanting to, once you get price action above this zone. So this idea now needs to be modified, that if we push back up into this liquidity and we close above, and it does something like this, goes up and then starts like closing above here, then you would think it's going to go to the London high. So this idea would be much better suited to something like this then. And you'll be getting in earlier. So this is only valid if price is rejecting from here and then pushing up. So it's still a buy zone potentially, but you're better off trying to get in lower. With the market just bleeding out like this, there's no point catching a falling knife. And there's been no entry for me. It's simply, if you had a buying bias, you're there's nothing to do right now. All right, so we took liquidity from this little wick. All right. So it tracked into this is the other buy zone all the way down the bottom. Are those lines psychological lines? No, it's just, no, not psychological. Oh, nice little reaction from it. So this red zone down under here is, if you look at like the hour, you see you've got all of these areas. So I'll just let me remove the drawings and everything. So you've got Asian high, London high, New York wick, another Asian high, London high, in New York, the base of this New York candle, but it's more these like session highs. So at these session highs for 3 sessions, apart from like the little New York little wick, price got turned away from here each time. So first time back, like late last night, getting a little entry from here, this is good for a reaction. I don't know if it's going to actually be the low, but it's good for a reaction. And that's all you need. You just need an area where it reacts. So 3-minute candle's giving you an entry. If you trust this 3-minute candle, the problem is it's just before the 30-minute candle closes. So to me, it's pretty risky, but you could have like pretty low risk. You'd want to target like at least here. So you've got at least 1-to-1. Not sure if it will turn around all the way, but there is good risk reward. Problem is the 30-minute candle. You're about to fight this guy. So when this guy closes, you're fighting it. Anyway, because it's the first opportunity I've got, I'm gonna give it a go. So I'm gonna jump in for a buy. Low risk. Low risk. So, all right. We're in. And 92 points. Oh, it's pretty. Right here, that was the entry. Stop loss, yeah, I'll move it just a little bit underneath my alert for now. So giving it like just over 20 pips. Oh, nice, Adelaide. You gave your seller a second chance. Nice one. The trade was taken more on the 3 minute. So first TP is going to be like here. So basically 1-to-1. Could be very early in this trade. This is why it's low risk. Because I'll be happy to give it a second chance if it gives me another entry price action. It might just be a little bit early. And given the 30-minute candle's just closed, what would be great is if this hour candle starts pushing up, leaving a big long wick. That'd be really nice. All right, so about 8 pips in profit. Come on. Come on, push. See, like how just being patient, waiting for candles to close. Like this is the first candle that actually resembled any sort of buying pressure. All the way through here, there was just nothing. So annoying to watch, but at least it moved. The worst thing I could do is like get down here and just hover for ages. That's the worst thing because then you're just wasting time. At least the price is moving in one direction. You know, apart from FOMO not being into sells, at least it's moving down to like a new liquidity point. So price goes from liquidity to liquidity. So, you know, sucks not being in every single move, but you got to get used to that. Okay, come on. Just a little bit higher. A little bit higher and this risk-free. German GDP in 30 minutes. Is it? Oh, down here. This financial juice, they've got it as red folder, yeah. Forex Factory's like, gives you the all clear. But they've got it here as unemployment, yeah. Hopefully get a little bit of volatility. A second. So in terms of risk management as well, because it's a small position, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if I want to close partials on it. I think I'd rather just close the whole thing if we start breaking underneath this doji. Or I just let it hit my stop loss. Maybe I just let it hit my stop loss. It's only a small position. The reason I put my stop loss here was for a reason. So that's really disappointing to see. My price pushed up and then came down. It shows price like there's a bit of a reversal just to keep on going down. Yeah, look at these wicks. Ah, yeah. No, I'm going to can it. I don't like this. So what are we at? Negative 10 pips. I think that's a good level to can it. Damn it. Are you going to wait, Ivan? Yeah, I'm not going to wait on that. To me, it's got a lot of momentum to the downside. That's the problem. Entering that last, I couldn't help myself but be involved. But that 3-minute candle, this one, being right at the end of the 30-minute candle, to me, it's just not a good time. And then seeing a rejection and coming back, being like 8, 9, 10 pips in profit, and then it coming back down, to me now it's not worth for me to hold. If it turns around from here, then I'll look to get back in on bullish price action. But I don't want to keep on trying to pick bottoms over here. But get into this area. Where's 120 pips? Oh, still not for ages. 120 would be a bit of a psychological level. Taking the liquidity from underneath the New York session, at least. Yeah. Anyway, so what would be nice is if it actually, now that it's done all this and I've missed the sells, taking a small loss on the longs. I don't want it to do this now because then I'm not prepared to take another buy straight away. But if it does something and pushes down deeper like this, then it gives me a really good option for around 12 UK time, having that late London pullback. Then I'd be thinking, well, it's very easily could then do this, and then I could take the move from here and just be like a bit of a reversal pullback. Give me free proper count, because you know what? Because I took a 10 pip loss, I'm going to and I'm a little bit annoyed that kind of comment, I'm going to put you in the naughty corner. So ban user. There we are. Gone. Make me feel better. Yeah, Maddie's cheering me on, saying that's good move, Dad. Bullet is banned. Now, do you guys get this move, this play that we quite often see? So this was the move yesterday. It was the same thing yesterday. So when London started pushing down, so Euro made the high, London started forming some trending structure. And then when we get to like that 12 o'clock time, so 11, between 11 and 12, it's usually like at the end of the London Open before New York starts. If London has got trendline liquidity and it's pushed down, decent range, and now we're in like poison zoys to the left, then you can look for a little reversal. So a little reversal from here led to like take profits on it because it really is a reversal. It's not a full. It's like it's not massive. So 20 pips. You've got a better one when it pushed down after 12 o'clock. So we've still got that trend line liquidity. Okay, so we've got price doing something like this, and then getting that move again. But just before New York, when you got that little New York pullback, if this lines up with a support, an area to the left, then this one gave you an opportunity for about 30 pips. I quite like that. So if I don't get a move in London, like London Open, then I just want to see like some form of trend line liquidity formed, because when you get to just before the New York Open, in the hours before, you're usually good for 20, 30 pips. So it's a nice little play. Same thing again here. Something that you guys should backtest. So if Bullet didn't put a stupid comment in, he would have been able to get that. Not sure if it's a he or a she, actually. That's pretty rude. But if you get trendline liquidity and then you get into this magic pullback zone, then you get a nice little play. Go for like 20, 30 pips, take risk out. Either close full or see if it can get like a decent little runner up to 50, the London 50. If there's no structure, like if you don't have trend line liquidity and you've just got consolidation or range, where you've got prices sort of making higher lows, prices making lower highs, in days like this, don't try attempt it. Just only when you've got good trending structure in London Open, like so. Good trending structure, London Open, really steep move. And then you get to around anywhere between like 11 UK time and 12, preferably 12-ish, but it can come early. You can get that little pullback pre-NY. So that's what I kind of hope here now. Oh, look, if I didn't close, it would be back at the end of my entry. Oh, well. That's fine. Now, if we can... So it'll either go up from here, and I'll have to like see if I can get price back above and that this has been a bit of a sweep, and then I can look to trade back up here again. Or if it doesn't get up there, I'm hoping that it just keeps on making like trend line liquidity, and then my next trade would be like in a couple of hours. 15 minutes time, we're going to have German GDP. So we'll see what that that brings about. Is there any news? Any ECB guys talking? No, nothing. Any questions, guys? No, nothing. Silent. Okay. Very interesting zone, though. This 4-hour candle, if it stays like this, pretty scary. Makes it really hard to trade against something like this. Makes it really hard to trade inside of this zone. Unless you're looking for sells. But then the sells, a little bit uncomfortable for me with upcoming earnings. But I think it only makes sense. Like apart from my counter, apart from like if I get that trade I was looking for like a late London sweep, I've kind of already missed the sell, so I don't really want to get involved for sells. Yeah, kind of missed everything today. Earnings usually bullish or bearish indices. It depends on the earnings. So you've got a huge one today. So we've got Amazon. So Amazon, huge market cap. If they come in and they smash earnings, they don't give dividends. But we've seen two companies in the last quarter, one being Google, giving a dividend for the very first time, and the one in the quarter before Facebook, Meta. So if Amazon, they've been around for so long though, 27 years or something. If they announce that they're going to give a dividend and their earnings per share beat expectations, and and they've got good revenue and definitely expectations for good revenue next quarter, then that will lift the equity market big time. German 40 will also benefit because they're correlated. So that would help. That will certainly help for that bullish case. So if they miss expectations, yeah, that changes everything. If they miss earnings, they're the last big name to fall, apart from Apple and Nvidia. And Apple's already, there's a little bit of unsure. Like thinking Apple will be, their sales haven't been very great apparently. Oh, you made it. Yeah, welcome, Tom. So good timing, because I took a little 10 pip loss here. It is early in the day, Paul. There's plenty of other opportunities later on for sure. So this is just one play in the whole game. Doesn't change the game. All right, alert went off. Bloody hell. That's annoying, man. Wanted that alert to go off in a better time. Did anyone take sells to keep on going down? Like if you had missed the move, did you take sells? I feel like I can't do that. I can't just change my bias because of what this is going on. Even though like so often it just continues carrying on, I just don't want to shift because it really hurts my psychology if I sell because of what price has done here and then end up selling. I just stay out of that kind of trade now. Alan, you took it. Nice one. There's stock options, the same principles as Forex in terms of analysis, or does it follow different rules? Stock options. I'm not sure about stock options. I don't trade options. Yeah, I'm not sure about stock options. Sorry. Pull your lowest sell now. Momentum on those candles to the left. Nice one. Yeah, based on the 4 hour, this 4 hours looking mega scary. So if we can get like, if this hour candle is going to be closing underneath this red zone, then based on the 4 hour, you'd be thinking this is going to drop another, like, the next bit of structure. You got, like, obviously you got little lower time frame areas around like these areas. So it might not be like it could just look like 4 hours can just cut through it. But watching it on like the lower time frames, obviously it could like be bouncing from these areas. But that's I really wish I had a selling bias now, but at least my systems have meant I've pretty much mitigated any risk. I've only taken like there's just no real buy signal for me, so a lot of the time I just stay out of this move. But it's not going to be I don't think it's going to be a good day until next opportunity, which is going to be for me probably not until 11, like another 2 hours. That kind of sucks, but it's all right. It looks confusing, Des. You're saying on stock options? Is it because of the gaps? Ty got in on the pullback that I went long on. Bloody hell. Yeah, I wish I interpreted this 1 minute candle differently. I was thinking that was a little bit of a too fast move, a little bit sus. So remember, like when last night when we were chatting, I know it's different time frame, but the move that you took the other day, that was the loss, and how price moved up clean, and then it had created a little bit of structure, and then you got in when it had like underneath this area was when this one closed, and you thought it was going to do what happened here, but it just went straight up. And then how closure here, taking the, like, if it does pull back, if it doesn't reject, then it's likely to keep on going up. But if it rejects and it starts leaving this low, then you're in a banger. So like whether you wait for that little pullback, because the idea is right. It's just entering here still isn't. It's a good indication, but it's not a the better indication that it's going to continue going down is breaking that lower second time. Probably should have been. I should have been thinking about that. That's a fault on my behalf. But if you didn't want, if getting in on this candle, to me, it's a little bit risky. But waiting for the pullback, and if it is heading down. Oh, you need 1.12%. Oh, good luck, mate. It's getting close. You could probably hold this one if you can get that 0.12% more. Are we still on YouTube? Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'll end it so we can have a Q&A. Because, all right, YouTube, I'm gonna call it. So I'm gonna have some time with the members now. Good luck, guys. Sorry about there's just all one-way traffic, and I had the opposite bias. So my little attempt didn't work out. I've given you some ideas. If we get that trend line liquidity, and we get to like a nice little area of support down here, and it's between 11 and 12 a.m. Sorry, 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. UK time. You could look for a little pullback to like one of these little highs. That often happens. Take profit at like 20, 30 pips. See if you can pull back all the way to the London 50, wherever the London 50 is. Then that could be, a nice little trade. Otherwise, otherwise there's not a lot for me to look at here until better conditions. Oh, wait a second. Just before we go, let's just have a quick little peek. GDP that came in. Oh, good numbers. 0.2% for the quarter. Shows that Germany's actually starting to. They've had 6 months of negative numbers, so that's good numbers. So we could look at some Bank of Japan news as well. German GDP minus 0.9. German GDP year on year minus 0.2. Have we got some conflict here? Have we? Oh, year on year's down. Quarter on quarter's up. Yeah. Okay. Now I think that's positive still. Positive for Germany, but I don't know if it's going to correlate to positive for German 40 yet. But go for trend line liquidity, and then once we start breaking it, I think you got a little bit of upside. All right. Good luck, Ty. Let me know how you go, mate. Send me an email. Everyone else, I will see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. YouTube, Zoomers, stay on. I'll say.